Does my eyes deceive me? Did Gorilla Sensei just spend over 200 plus episodes for a dirty joke? The Neo Armstrong Cyclone Jet Armstrong Cannon. Are you serious right now? Like, what? Like, what? Like, okay. That legit just made me, like, burst out laughing. I'm like, oh my god, Gorilla Sensei legit just did this. He just brought back a dirty joke that was established hundreds of episodes ago. I know for a fact it's at the very least 200 episodes old, because when I was catching up to Gintama, I remember that was a big joke and all that for a big episode or a part of an arc, and I remember it was funny, really funny as hell, and I remember catching up and seeing that, and now seeing it right here, I'm like, are you serious? Now, like, the Neo Armstrong Cyclone Jet Armstrong Cannon, or Genkai Cannon, correction, it was in this episode. Like, all of that, all those episodes built up for this one joke. I'm like, quality. Only Gintama, only Gorilla Sensei would have a dirty joke introduced 200 episodes ago just to have it in his final arc. Like, yo, just chill. Just like, this is a masterpiece, okay? If anyone wants to say it's not, this episode alone just refutes your opinion, okay? It just legit refutes your opinion because of what Gorilla Sensei just did. But anyways, with that little segment to the side, though, let's talk about how we had Kintoki in this episode. That, honestly, I wasn't really surprised, and the reason why I wasn't surprised with Kintoki at all being in this arc is because the opening song shows him, so I knew for a fact he was going to have a role to play. But even without that, though, I was just very happy to see the man in this episode, because once again, this does prove that even those little arcs throughout Gintama that seem just like filler or something irrelevant to the main point of the series, they are very relevant characters. And it's kind of like this, okay? Gintama, it's, as we know, a very self-aware series. Gorilla Sensei has always been very self-aware with this series. He always makes it where we know that Gintoki and all of them, they know that they're kind of like in like a manga or an anime, and at the same time, though, all of these characters are spin-off arcs and stuff like that, even though in majority of manga that would come out, these type of arcs would be like irrelevant, they would be kind of brushed to the side for the main plot of the series, and none of these characters would probably ever come back again. However, Gorilla Sensei is a very different writer. He is someone way above a normal writer when it comes to comedy gags and stuff like that, and that's basically what happens here. You have it to where all these little mini arcs that we've had throughout the series that seem to not be that important, these characters are coming back to save the day, and it has so much more meaning when they're trying to save everything. When, Gintoki starts talking about how, like, even though none of us have really changed that much, we're still, how stupid we are. We're all stupid, we're all morons, and, we all continue to press forward, and we continue to run blindly even if my sword can't reach the person I want to go after. For instance, Utsuro, they all basically come to terms with, like, it wouldn't be home if it wasn't for all these bunch of idiots coming together, and that's basically what Gintama is. All these, stupid characters coming together and just proving that, without them, this series wouldn't be as unique, and the town they live in and the country they live in wouldn't be as unique as it is if it wasn't for just this lively cast of characters. So, I like the message there, and I like how Gorilla Sensei spent so many chapters upon chapters or episodes upon episodes building up for this arc. He did a fantastic job, and I think many can agree with me when it comes to that point. But let's get back into, Kintoki for a second. So Kintoki, it's been a very long time since we saw, Kintoki, Gold, and I was just very happy to see him, because I always did like his dynamic with, Gintoki, and seeing how they kind of had that small little interaction, all that, and how he's like, I know for a fact you're a defect, you're a failure and all that. He's like, I'll let you save half the world while I'll save the first half. You can at least do that for me. And that was all set up for the final part of this episode, which got me kind of emotional in a way, because I know that this is the final arc, and there is a very likely possibility that there is going to be character deaths, which that's what I want to move into now, the next segment. So, Tama and Kintoki, they get into the Neo Armstrong Cyclone Jet Armstrong Cannon to be able to sacrifice themselves to stop all machines and robots in the country and the attacking force with ships and stuff coming in. They're basically sacrificing everything just to stop the enemy fleet. And it's kind of leveling the playing field, basically ruining all technology to where they have to get on the ground and fight each other. And in this way, it's very sad because you have it to where Tama and Kintoki, they are sacrificing themselves. And since this is the final arc, this is the bona fide final arc of Gintama, Silver Soul is. That means that there is probably going to be character deaths. I mean, that's just a given. It is definitely a given. I mean, this isn't the first time we've seen character deaths in, Gintama. There has been deaths of characters. And so, seeing this, it kind of scares me a little bit. I'm like, okay, I know the Neil Armstrong, Cyclone Jet Armstrong canon is meant for a comedy gag, like the entire design of it. But at the same time, this is from a writer, Gorilla Sensei, that is well known for mixing comedy and serious moments. Like how he shifted over the sad moment to, Gengai and all that. How he was able to remember his son, and like the whole reason why he built everything for so many, many chapters or episodes was for this very moment. His entire reason for being there and building stuff. And so he knows how to shift the tone pretty well. And I'm kind of worried that Tama and Kintoki are going to actually permanently die. I love Tama. She's a really good character. I've loved her ever since she was introduced, and I've always loved, Kintoki too when he had his own little mini episodes, even though he didn't have a whole lot of screen time compared to other characters like Tama or others. I just really like him, and so I'm worried. I'm legit worried right now that they are going to be gone. But I mean, if it does happen, it does happen, because I mean, it will add some emotional weight to this arc, and since this is the final arc, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. It would be sad to see Tom and all of them die, because I love their characters. So, yeah. Anyways, let's talk about the other parts of this episode, which is the Yamazaki scene, and Kondo and all of that, Hijikata, and, Sogo. So, we get some clarification to what was going on with Yamazaki. So, Yamazaki, as we know, he went through a major time skip. Like, the man is like Rambo, okay? The man is, like, he's buff, okay? He's swole. Like, he really swole and all that. And the man, apparently, through his time skip, he shed his old self. He shed Yamazaki. And you see Yamazaki, like, his old self, his old character design, just hanging out of the man. And he's on the floor like some form of, like, excess garbage. I'm like, bro. Like, that is just some savagery. Like, the man was just savage to himself, basically saying he had to throw his own self away just to be able to achieve this form. And then when Kondo did the exact same thing, but he was a gorilla. I'm sorry, it's just, like, it's funny because, like, the comedy gag of Kondo being a gorilla, it's been a big thing for a long time, and seeing the man, he's like, let me take off my shirt, and when he takes off his shirt, he just turns into a freaking gorilla. He turns into a gorilla, and the man just starts charging all that, dragging his body behind him, like, Gintama, man, or Gintama, not Kintama, my bad. Gintama is just such a quality series, especially when the shirt was put on Kondo, when he was running with the shirt playing soccer. I'm like, I just can't stop laughing. It's just like the way the man was just like being a gorilla, and his entire personality is being controlled by this shirt. I'm just like, this is what I live for. This is what I live for every single Sunday, okay? This is what I love to watch, and I'm just like, thank you so much for Gintama to be able to exist. It's such a high-quality series. So, yeah, we have that stuff going on. And besides all of that, though, we do have a little bit of comedy here and there throughout the episode between, Gintoki and the other cast members and stuff, and a lot of setup going on, especially with the ninja side, which, oh my, the ninja side. So, Sachan, she has a very messed up line in this episode. I'll have the picture on the screen for you can see it for yourself, but, this moment, phrasing, like, it seems like it's not just, Darling in the Franxx that's having a phrasing thing, it's also Gintama as well, but to be honest here, in Darling in the Franxx, what they say, they're not really meaning it in the way of what we think it is, but in Gintama's case, what Sachan was actually doing, she was meaning that in that way. So, it's not really phrasing in a way, but it just still, like the line. Just the line alone, I'm like, really? Like, really? So, yeah, I had a good laugh there, and just quality Gintama episode. And the comedy gag for the Neo Armstrong, you know, Cyclone Jet Armstrong cannon, that was spice. That was straight spice. So yeah, that's about it. I mean, the episode's pretty simple overall. It just has a lot of stuff with the ninjas, to, you know, everybody coming out into the battlefield to hold off and all that, and how our cast of characters, our colorful cast of characters, if it wasn't for all of them, this series wouldn't be as exciting as it is. So yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comments below, how you felt about this week's episode. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? You know, please be honest in the comments below. If you like my content, please subscribe, and if you like this video, please leave a like, and if you want to get notified for whenever I upload a video, please click the bell icon down below next to the subscribe button. So please be safe, stay healthy, stay warm. Chibi out.